consuming added sugar increases health risks. By added sugar, I mean any sugar that's added to food and beverages. Sugar causes a massive dopamine release in the reward center of the brain, so it's highly addictive. The most common sugars, added sugars, are white sugar and high fructose corn syrup. White sugar, well, ever wonder how it became white? Because this is how it starts. Usually 70% of sugar in the US is from sugar cane and 30% from sugar beets. So most sugar starts out this color, and after they take out the juice from the sugar cane and crystallize it, this is what it looks like. It's this color, which you can see is the same color as the sugar cane. So how does it become white? Well, it becomes white by filtering it through cow bones. That's how they filter it and bleach it white. Beware of commercial brown sugar, because commercial brown sugar gets its brown color by first being bleached white and then molasses added to it to trick consumers into thinking that it's this, which has not much brown color, a little bit. The other thing I want to talk to you about is high fructose corn syrup, which came on the American market in the 1970s. And the reason that it's not a good thing is that, first of all, corn is one of the most genetically modified foods on the planet. And that's really bad. The other thing is that high fructose corn syrup increases your risk of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, dementia, and many more problems. So read your labels and you'll find that high fructose corn syrup is predominant in your inexpensive foods, inexpensive breads, inexpensive pastas, inexpensive sodas, chewing gum, and so let's say that you don't want to give up your Cokes. Well, this is what I'd recommend is glass bottle Cokes from Mexico, because unlike plastic ones, the glass doesn't leach into the beverage. But the other thing is that your plastic bottled sodas in the US typically contain high fructose corn syrup, whereas the Mexican ones have white sugar. And again, white sugar is not as bad as high fructose corn syrup. The other thing I want to talk to you about is agave nectar. And agave nectar is a naturally occurring sweetener. It comes from the agave plant, and you can use it to sweeten your tea or your coffee. We use it to bake with. We put it in cereal. So basically about sugar, there's no need for added sugar in our diets. It doesn't do anything for us beneficially physiologically. In fact, our hunter-gatherer ancestors consumed maybe 20 teaspoons of added sugar per year, as opposed to what the average US citizen ingests, which is way more than 20 teaspoons of added sugar per day. Just in one canned Coke, for instance, there's more than 20 teaspoons of sugar, or right at 20 teaspoons of added sugar, so it's really bad for you. When unnatural substances are added to your diet, the body has to do something unnatural with it, because the body is not made to deal with an unnatural substance. We cannot expect to get away unscathed from the results. So do your own research. You'll uncover many juicy tidbits, such as that high fructose corn syrup often contains toxic levels of mercury because of the way it's manufactured. Speaking of juicy tidbits, these are slices of sugar cane, and the juice of sugar cane is naturally occurring, and it's good for you, just as the sugar in fruit is good for you because it's in fruit. So you can't really easily get too much of sugar when it comes from plants. You can eat fruit all day long, and it'd be really hard to get too much of the sugar. Likewise, sugar from sugar cane and other plants. So, here's to your health.